Hey guys, this is Greg here. Let's talk a little bit more about Legends Reborn. I've been playing the game now for 3 weeks. It's still in early access. And again, there's a lot of things about the game that we don't know 100%. But I know as far as me and my guildmates, we've been able to start piecing some things together. And I just wanted to give y'all an update on where the game was and what's going on with it. First off, we have seen a few very important updates. One, they fixed the guild chat. Before the last couple weeks, you'd go in here to guild chat, and when you start talking, it would just say reconnecting, reconnecting. You couldn't get anything in the guild chat. So that was a nice update that we did get. I'm glad that they fixed that. They also put in Google Play, finally synced it up to where it looks like you can play multiple accounts. Before it wasn't working correctly, and that's a pretty big plus. I've noticed that it's still crashing in the PvP arena. If you load in here and you've been playing, I suggest if you're going to do your PvP, close the game out, reload it for now still, just because if you don't, a lot of times you'll go to hit play and it'll crash the game, you lose your battle, puts you behind. Also, if this black screen in the background here is all black, do not play at all, because it will guarantee crash. Sometimes, even though when it's not black, it will still crash. So just be careful with that. I've seen that there's a few people, YouTubers out there, that's got some videos on Legends Reborn, and like they've got all their champs unlocked, and they've got like 90 million, gold and stuff. I've not got any money in the game yet, and I'm like a normal person. I'm gold strapped. I've got a good bit of characters unlocked, but really, once you get into the game a little bit, you start realizing this game is really under leveled for gold. There's nothing like a credit heist like we see in Star Wars. You only can get a gold rush twice a week, and even with getting it weekly, just trying to keep 5 characters maxed out, I can't do it. So I'm, frustrated a little bit about that aspect, because like my Genghis is 45 and my Alibaba's 45, but I'm running Beowulf, and I'm also running Zara, and I'm running Jonah Arc, and 2 of my characters are not even 45. I'm sitting here with 6,000 gold, and it takes like 50,000 gold at this level just to level those 2, let alone if I want to change out my comp and go to somebody else. It's just non-existent. So you notice, like, even with Lug, I'm piling up all these shards, but I can't afford to use her right now. So be aware that you really got to micromanage your gold, especially starting out. It might not seem a big deal, but I would save what extra gold you can. If you're looking for a comp, one of the things I have noticed in the PvP is undead people. I'm not using right now, but the people who fall in this undead category seem to hit really hard. I notice when I run across them, there's not a major comp yet, but I noticed that these champs right here, when I run into them, seem like they crit a lot. That and the archers that you see in the game, like I've got Khan. Most of the archers seem to hit very hard, like Robin Hood. I don't have him yet. And most of these people are pretty hard to farm, but there is a couple people I want to point out that you can farm really easy. And if you're getting into the game, you might want to keep that in mind. Tasmine is the first. As soon as you get into the game, there's 2 nodes for her on hard where you can farm her twice a day, getting up to 10 shards. So I would recommend you looking at her. Plan on bringing her onto my team pretty soon. I just can't, back to the gold issue. I can't afford to put gold into her. The second champ that you run into that you can get pretty quickly is Alibaba. He has 2 nodes. His second node is not, I think it's in stage 5. So it's a little bit farther out, but you can still get him and start farming him pretty decently on. And the third champ that's got a second node and hard that you can farm, and I actually just started farming him. This guy right here, Hogwim, I guess is how you say it. I haven't even put anything into him, but he has a second node, and I think it's in stage 5 too. We can look real quickly here. Well, let's put this on hard. Okay. Yeah, there's Alibaba 5-4. Okay, his is actually the end of 4 then. Yeah, 4-7 is his second node. His other nodes are, I think, in 3. You have 3-7 and 4-7 on him. And then for Ollie, he's actually in the first one at 1-5. So keep that in mind. And then Tasmine is 1-3, and she's in 3, 2. So those 3 champs are probably the ones as far as if you just have to grind to unlock the fastest, because you do have 2 hard nodes each. Other than that, I would just farm whoever you pull. And of course, early on you're going to get Jonah Arc, and she's like one of the first hard nodes. So she's probably worth farming just because you're going to have her early on, easy to get. And I mean, she's there. Same with Zara. He's one of the first healers you get in the game, and he is... Where is he at? Yeah, right here, 2-2. I've noticed, though, that his shards don't seem to drop. I've been farming him for 3 weeks straight every day. And if you look where I'm at, he's barely 3 stars. So his drop rate hasn't been the best. On the flip side, I've been farming lug less than him, and I've pulled a lot more lug. I don't know if it's just random or just the luck of the draw. A couple of things that you might want to keep in mind, too, when playing this game is that with your guild, you want to get into a decent guild, and I recommend mine. We're sitting on the leadership board at number 5 right now. Hoping to go higher, but we're not full yet. But the reason why you want to get into a decent guild is just to be able to get those extra points every week. Higher level guilds are going to get more. And you can, this here is one of the only places that actually the champs randomly rotate. I've noticed that, almost every champ has popped up here. So if there's a certain person you're trying to get, this is about the only place you can really have a chance of consistently getting them. Now, if you go to PvP into their store, it's not the same. You only have 2 champs you can actually get early on. And it's these 2, which, like, again, this girl down at the bottom, she is undead and she hits like a truck. But I still recommend, I think, in the long run, you're better off spending your points on gear. And then once you get up a little bit higher, you can get Babel. But I'm saving my points when I'm not buying gear. The extra ones are going to go towards Khan because I got him at 4-star already. And that's the only 4 champs you can get in here right now. I don't know if they're going to add more later. I kind of wish it was a little bit more random. But it is what it is. You deal with it. So you can either farm out one of these 2 pretty early on, or like me and my guild, most of us have went for the skilled books to get our other champs higher up. And there's several pieces of gear, I should point out in here, that for some reason you cannot farm. And the only place I've found to buy them, except these level 2s right here, Witch and Knight, Yield Knight, and I think the green one maybe. I don't remember. I think maybe all 6 of these. It might be all 6. But you cannot find anywhere in the game. So you have to buy them from the store, which kind of locks you in having to buy things here. So keep that in mind once you start getting up past, I think, gear level 4. You're going to need these. And just to show you what I mean, you go to your legend and pick any champ. And you start looking at it like that. This one, I think, yes. This one you can farm. So let me jump back here. Sorry, guys. Let's see. Of course, there's not one there. Huh. Is this my luck? Okay, let me try another champ. Okay, I don't have date all the way up here. Okay, prime example here. I don't know if we can find these or not. I think you can on these. Yeah, you get these. It's just those 6 in the store that you can't get. Such a professional YouTuber here. I'm trying, folks. Just sharing what I know. Let me try one more time. If I can't find them, then you figure it out on your own. Let's see here. Is that one of them? No, you can find that one. Anyways, those 6 you cannot find. You click on them and it's just going to say only found in the guild store parcel or in the arena parcel, depending on what's going on. And other than that, the game is pretty great. The only complaint I have overall, beyond just some of the cosmetics and some of the glitches, is the champs, for the most part, are very underdeveloped. And what I mean by that, they're all pretty basic. You got taunt, you got AoE, you got hit hard, hit, normal. That's basically all we got in the game. And a couple people who can heal. There's no unique abilities that are like, oh, this guy can stealth everybody, so on. At least I haven't found them yet. And the champs that I've got unlocked, a few people that can go in Viz and different things, but for the most part, it's just, I mean, like even take like Genghis Khan, who I like. You know, it's like he's got improved Let It Fly. He just shoots normal or Make It Rain. He's got a few buffs, and again, most people are not even getting into these because some of these you've got to have strategist allies. So it only really working if you got, you know, that group of people on your team. And to get a certain comp going pretty early on is pretty hard. So people using who everything max out the fastest. So I think down the road we'll see some of these other things play into more context. But right now, it's not a big deal. But I hope you enjoy the game. Try the game out. It's a lot of fun. Thanks, guys.